The human brain was not designed to stay awake for this long. Sleep is not just rest. Sleep is the time when the brain and the body repair themselves. And when this repair does not happen, the damage does not appear all at once. It begins slowly and quietly. So what really happens when we stay awake for just 24 hours? What begins to change inside the brain? The human brain consists of approximately 86 billion neurons communicating constantly throughout the day. During sleep, the brain goes through a very critical process. Unnecessary connections are weakened, while the connections that matter are strengthened. In neuroscience, this process is called synaptic downscaling. This idea was first proposed by Giulio Tononi and his team at the University of Wisconsin. Simply put, sleep clears the physical and mental noise that builds up during the day. Without sleep, that noise remains, and over time, it begins to pile up. So when does the breakdown actually begin? The answer is clearer than most people expect. In experiments conducted by the Walter Reed Army Institute of Research, participants were kept awake for 24 hours. Reaction times slowed by 30 to 35%. Attention became scattered. Even simple decisions started to break down, and yet, most participants reported feeling completely fine. This false sense of confidence comes from the brain itself. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making, logic, and self-awareness, is one of the first regions affected by sleep deprivation. In a 2017 fMRI study at the University of Pennsylvania, researchers found that activity in the prefrontal cortex dropped significantly after just one night without sleep. The part of the brain that should ask, "Am I okay? Am I tired?" is no longer working properly. That is where the real danger begins. Not because you feel bad, but because you feel normal. After 24 hours without sleep, attention does not simply weaken. It collapses, in short, intermittent moments. Scientists call these moments attention lapses. They last only seconds, sometimes less. You rarely notice them, but during those moments, conscious awareness briefly shuts down. You are awake, but not fully present. One of the most dangerous effects of sleep deprivation is microsleep. Microsleeps last between half a second and 10 seconds. Eyes may stay open. The person believes they are still awake. In 2011, EEG studies at Harvard Medical School showed that after 24 hours without sleep, parts of the brain begin producing sleep-like waves. Technically speaking, you are awake, but parts of your brain are asleep. Many sleep-deprived people report that time feels wrong. Minutes stretch, hours blur together. In a 2014 study by Harvard Medical School and Monash University, participants made time estimation errors of up to 40%. Time perception is not controlled by a single brain center. It requires synchronized networks. Sleep deprivation breaks that synchronization. The brain stops measuring time and starts guessing. Sleep plays a critical role in emotional balance. In a 2007 study by Matthew Walker at the University of California, Berkeley, researchers found that amygdala activity increased by 60% in sleep-deprived individuals. Logical control weakens. Emotional reactions intensify. Small problems feel like major threats. The brain enters a constant state of alarm. After 24 hours without sleep, the brain becomes slower, more error-prone, emotionally unstable, and less aware of its own limits. But the most dangerous part is this: the brain still feels confident. That is why sleep deprivation does not only damage performance, but also self-awareness. Sleep is not a luxury. Sleep is not wasted time. Sleep is how the brain and the body repair reality. Every night we sleep, balance is quietly restored. And with every sleepless night, that balance slowly erodes. Sometimes, the most serious damage is the quietest one.